You can't fix what you won't face. So here's one that I have been struggling with a little bit, because I've been living a lie. I have been incongruent with the man I want to be, the man I know I should be, with the key things that I teach in this beautiful life. And that frustrates me. So one of the things that I believe is a key principle, tenet, component, value, moral, I don't know, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is how you do anything is how you do everything. It's something that I am really working hard as a father to instill into my beautiful little babies, because I think it is, a strong reflection of life, and it's how you do anything is how you do everything. It's how you show up physically, mentally, emotionally, how you look, how you present, how your life functions, in things that you don't really want to. You still have to give your best. You have to give your all. You have to show up as the best version of yourself. These are things that still have to get done, and they are important focuses in life, so it's how you do anything is how you do everything. If you're willing to cut corners, to barely show up in insignificant things, then I think that reflects who you truly are. It's the concept of, how you would treat the janitor versus the CEO, how you treat animals, how you interact and treat people who can't give you anything. If there's no value to be gained from that interaction versus just being a good fucking person, how you show up in those interactions is very telling of who you are truly. And that's what I truly believe. How you do anything is how you do everything. It's the shopping cart principle, which we've spoken about before, which is when you go shopping and you come back from the shops and you put your trolley load into your car, what do you do with the trolley? Do you return it to a bay? Do you return it to the shop? Do you just dump it to the side? Leave it for someone else to deal with? They use it as a moral test of character, because it's a neutrally geared scenario. There's no benefit to you from doing it. There's no negative consequences to you doing it. The only thing that it demonstrates is what you value. And this is that thing. Once again, how you do anything is how you do everything. If you return the shopping cart, it shows that you value order and doing the right thing and showing and respecting others through your actions, just because it's the right thing to do. And as I said, it's the same thing with animals, it's the same things with people who can't provide you value, but you treat them like human beings, you treat them properly and well, just because it's the right thing to do. So, as I said, this is a core principle. And at the moment, we have lived in chaos. And that is the honest to God truth. We have been living in chaos because we, as you may know, we were told that we had to leave our house that we were renting. We had 90 days to exit because they were selling our house. And they gave us an extra 2 weeks, so it ended up being, 104 days or whatever the hell it is. Yeah, 104 days. As you can tell, maths is super duper my strong point. But they gave us some extra time. Anyway, and for 104 days, we looked at, I think my wife worked it out at 148 houses, rental properties. We applied for something like 30 of them, and we succeeded in one. And the real estate agents basically told us it was because we have a dog and we have children. I can't openly state that because that's discrimination, but that's basically the reason. Anyway, so it meant for the majority of 126, we've been living in a bit of chaos. You know, my office has been in shambles. My car is constantly in shambles. You know, even now we moved recently, and my office and my setup is still in shambles. There's still crap in my car. And as I said, this is part of that how you do anything is how you do everything scenario of I was still in control of these things. I could have organized it. I could clean out my car. I could not have crap running through my car right now. I could organize it. Some of this needs to go to the tip. Some of this needs to go to charity. And it's been, 3 days. And I'm not taking control of this. I am showing a lack of integrity in this area. Because we've spoken about before, a lot of what 126 is also about is taking control of the things that you can control. These things are within my control. These things are something that I can take care of and I could do something about. These are things that I could make a definitive choice on and do better on. And yet I'm not. I'm living incongruently with the man I know I am, the man I want to be, the man I know I should be. And this is an issue. And part of it is, as I said at the start, you cannot fix something unless you're willing to face it. And I've been chucking up excuses. And I said at the start, when I started this, that I wanted to be transparent, that I am not perfect by any stretch of imagination. I'm not touting to be, I'm not claiming to be. I know that I'm a deeply flawed human being. But I'm a deeply flawed human being who's working on it, and I want to share that journey with you. And I believe I have the capacity to guide you through that because I am just that little bit further down the road. And that's what a lot of this is about. That you can learn a lot from someone who's just that little bit further down the road. But yeah, I am flawed in this. And I was chucking up all these excuses. Oh, our life's in chaos. I'll sort it out when we move. I'll sort it out when we get there. I'll sort it out when this happens. And I was like, I was speaking to you the other day. I will do it when X happens. Well, what happens when we get to X? I said that we were going to do it when we moved. Well, we've moved now. Now's what's my excuse? Oh, well, I haven't actually... We haven't settled in. Oh, okay. So when is the settle in mark? A week? 2 weeks? 3 weeks? A month? 6 months? When do we get to a point that these excuses run out of reason? And you cannot fix something you cannot face. So I'm here, publicly, with you, my friends, sharing this and facing it and owning it and recognizing that I have been not doing it properly. That I have not been living up to the expectations that I set for myself. That I have not been doing the work properly. That I have been incongruent. And that is a problem. A problem I am going to address. A problem that I am now facing head on and will do something about. Because it's not okay. This is, as I said, there's only so many things that we can control in this life. There are only so many things that we are truly, truly in control of. And those things are our actions. Our actions and our thoughts and our perception. These are the things that we are in control of. Everything else is out of our control. So I need to stop making excuses. I need to stop putting up reasons why we cannot do this. Why this is still happening, still ongoing. And it's uncomfortable. It really is. And I think part of being a coach, part of being a father, part of being a man is recognizing when we're flawed. Because there's nothing wrong with being flawed. We are never going to be perfect. We are never going to truly step into perfection. It is an unachievable, unattainable goal. Doesn't mean I don't think we should strive for it. I think we should strive for it every single day, that we should be working towards this every single day. But it also means that we can take power and take back control by admitting our flaws and facing them head on when we are incongruent, facing that head on and owning that, and then stepping into the man that we should be. So I am facing this head on. I am taking responsibility for the fact that I am out of alignment, and that is a problem. And as I progress into phase 2, as I prepare for that next incarnation of the Chasing Greatness, the Greatness Club, the Greatness Universe, as I like to dub it, I am taking that on board, that though I have made leaps and bounds forward towards being the best father, the best husband, the best man that I can be, I am also owning the fact that there is still a long way to go, that there is still a lot to be done. And as I step into the next iteration, I need to address that because, as I said, incongruencies. How you do anything is how you do everything. And some of those areas include social media, TV, my addiction to dopamine chasing, even within my nutrition. Yeah, like it's still within animal-based as I scripted it out. But I've spoken before, I ate far too much fruit. I ate far too many berries and honey. I find things that are within the exceptions to the rule instead of doubling down and focusing on it. So within iteration 2, and I will, put out that full breakdown of what I will be adding and what I will be removing. And this doesn't necessarily mean that in phase 2, that's what will go out to you guys. It's just where I'm at and I'm testing it. And that's part of this as well. I'm in the trenches with you, testing it all out, learning as I go, figuring out this stuff. And it's a process. It's an ever-evolving process. That this is a living organism and it will get better and better and better. With every iteration, with every step forward, with every process that I learn, it will improve. And that's part of the process. And that's why I'm so excited to share it with people, because I'm also excited to continue learning myself as I progress forward in this stuff. So I hope you'll continue to join me on this incredible journey. I hope you will step into the greatness universe with me and see how you can become the best father, husband, and man you can physically be, mentally be, emotionally be, spiritually be. So, as always, I leave you with the platitudes. If you found something of value in this, if there was something that spoke to you, if it reached something, hit a nerve, triggered you, whatever it is, and please like, comment, subscribe. Join me on this journey as I progress forward, as I test the waters and I see what it takes to become the greatest version of myself. On top of that, if you know another father, another man who could benefit from this, please share it with them. I'm trying to create a movement. I'm trying to create the greatness movement and spread this and inspire as many men as humanly possible. Next, if you are ready to step up and see what you are truly made of, please click the link in my bio. Join the daily greatness mailing, and you will receive daily mail where I express myself. I give you tips and tools and things that you can do to become the best version of yourself, the best father, husband, and man you can be. Lastly, if you are ready to burn the motherfucking boats, to truly test your discipline, to see who you can become when you shed away all the stuff that doesn't serve you, then message me and let's throw you in the deep end and let's join 126 to greatness. Until then.